Your guys' job is to get deals. It could be getting listings, buying rental properties, wholesaling deals, finding that next fix and flip. Like this is going to be absolutely game changing to make it much simpler. Let us do the hard work with our algorithms and our machine learning to help you guys get more deals.
Welcome everyone to the game-changing updates webinar from BatchLeads. My name is Preston Zeller. I'm the Chief Growth Officer here at BatchLeads. And I'm just really excited for some of the great announcements that we have today. We're going to cover a lot. I'm joined here by two wonderful panelists, co-founders here. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Preston. My name is Ivo, one of the co-founders of Batch, and I work mainly on the product and data team.
And I am Jesse Burrell, CEO here at Batch and one of the co-founders. And honestly, we've been working really hard in the background. We're super excited to kind of go over a whole bunch of stuff with you. So Preston, let's get into it. So our agenda, we're going to be talking about where's the market at, some enhancements that we've done to BatchLeads. We're going to be talking about some new features that we're coming out with or just came out with today, some new pricing and packaging, our special offer. So Preston, let's talk about where the market's at. Hop into it.
So coming off of the 07-08 time period and really leading up to early 2022, we had what was called a ZIRP policy by the Fed. So the Federal Reserve helped set these interest rates, and these interest rates dictate how banking institutions lend money between each other. So this zero interest rate policy just made this free flow of capital for a very long time between businesses. And it also made the housing market go to this sort of stratospheric level. And so for those people that were really active at that time, it created this lucrative market where you could just make a ton of deals. And we enjoyed that. I think everyone enjoyed that for a very long time. So, what happened in early 2022? We start seeing this dramatic tick up in interest rates. That was caused a huge whiplash to not just the housing market, but the economy as a whole. And so, not to mention at that time, there are regulations and SMS changes, which we were very involved in. And so, as we will see in this slide, it went above 5%. This is like some of the most aggressive rises in interest rates we've ever seen, highest since 2007, right? So highest in 16 years that these interest rates went. There's a lot of cause and effect here, but basically that causes people to really start to reassess. What am I doing with my budgets? What are my strategies? All these kinds of things. Now, as we go into the retail side of the economy, you had a lot of institutional money that got involved in the retail side and the off-market side, and that made prices bloat as well. You'll see in this magenta line here that the volume of home sales this year so far has still been pretty low. And that's because that, over 5% rate by the Fed has really just held tight, and it's kept the market in somewhat of a lock, right? You've probably heard this lock-in effect where people don't want to move because they already have a great interest rate unless they really have to. But all that to be said, there are still people doing lots of business in this country. This is a recent report we came out with Resi Club, 1.2 million off-market transactions so far this year. You can see Texas is really active, Florida is really active, Georgia, California. There's still a lot of off-market transactions happening, a lot of deals to go around. And so, this is going to turn at some point. The really big question is, will you be ready for when this comes? Because as markets get constricted, you have what's called pent-up demand. You have people who want to do business, but they're kind of pushed out of the market. So when this market loosens up, there will be a lot of movement happening. And so you got to be in a good place. You don't want to get on the wave as it's cresting. You want to get ready to ride that wave as it's forming. And so we're going to get into a bit of today.
Absolutely. Preston, well said. So let's talk about some of the major enhancements that we've done in the last year. One of them is agent outreach. So what we have is a nationwide database of real estate agents. But what's cool about what you could do on BatchLeads is you could chop up the data. How many transactions are they doing? What size of transactions are they doing? Another major enhancement, we've worked really hard on direct mail. So I'm not sure if all of you know that we do have direct mail in BatchLeads, but we have refreshed our templates. You're able to introduce your own custom templates, and you could literally just push stuff straight into a direct mail campaign from BatchLeads. Really cool stuff. If you haven't seen it already, check it out. And then lastly, this is actually something that we're always doing. We're always listening to you guys as the customers, what you want. what you're looking for. So we're always adding additional search filters, helping you get more granular with your lead list. And then lastly, something really big that we brought out, and I know Eva is going to be talking about this a little bit, is on market properties. There's still a ton of great deals to find, not only off market, but on market as well. And we give it a great way for you to be able to drill down and still find those distressed on market properties. Evo?
Yeah, so throughout the years, we've curated a lot of different custom quick lists. One of which, obviously, as you can see here, is vacant lot searches.
Brand new.
Brand new filters. So it's not your typical vacant land searches that's usually you might be used to from other platforms or even from us in the past, because this is just a county designation just from the assessor records. The problem with a lot of the search, when you're searching like based on just vacant land, oftentimes there's properties that are just recently built or, past 6 months, past year. We're eliminating all of these properties and giving you a vacant lot quick filter that you can rely on. In addition, better data.
January this year, we took a look at our skip tracing and we're like, we need to introduce some skip trace credits to these plans. And so on the personal basic, personal plus, we introduced some skip trace credits. For those who don't know, we have a very robust power dialer, outbound power dialer. So that's called Batch Dialer. And we worked really hard on some integration improvements there. So when you're pushing lead lists and pushing the status of those calls back and forth, the call result logging, so you can get a better idea of like, what is the outcome of those calls that you're making in Batch Dialer. So really great way to turn through huge lead lists, and go check that out if you haven't already. And then, of course, ongoing user interface improvements. So we're always thinking about how do we make BatchLeads an easier to use platform for those coming in, and even people who are used to it. How do we make their workflows better, right? Next up, I'm going to hand it over to Evo, and he's going to talk about how our data differentiates us.
So data quantity can inform data quality drives action. One of the unique advantages to our data philosophy stems from the multi-source vendor approach we've taken throughout the years, and really from the founding of the company. We don't rely on a single data vendor or a single data source for our data needs, and our data team has really excelled over the years at combining the strengths of multiple data sources and eliminating any weaknesses. So, and by identifying the most reliable data fields from each vendor and eliminating inconsistencies, we're able to create a final data set that is more accurate and higher quality than not only our competitors, but better than the underlying data sources that fuel our data. So in our case, oftentimes 1 + 1 = 3. So this slide speaks volumes. As some of you guys know that have been in the space for years, we were one of the pioneering companies in making skip tracing data, aka contact enrichment, just widely available in the industry in 2018, 2019. Many companies have tried to copy what we've done, have fallen short, honestly, matching our data quality, not quantity. So all in all, we have about 360 million phone numbers, 260 million emails. That's a lot of data that we have at our disposal. And many companies talk about hit rate and match rates. I'm sure you guys have heard those terms. That's referring to is really just how many numbers you're getting back when you submit, any skip trace orders. Problem with that is that a lot of companies are not talking about RPC, and RPC stands for right party contact. They're not talking about it because it really is talking about the data quality piece. To simplify it even further, quite honestly, we're better than anybody else in the space.
So let's go into some of the cool stuff that we have that maybe some of you don't know about, but we have a ton of free resources for you guys. We have a Slack community with more than 4,000 members. We have monthly challenges, both for Batch Dialer and for BatchLeads. They're completely free. We have Landry Morbeads, Pace Morbead's little sister, but she has been with us for like 5 years now, since basically the beginning. She knows the platforms inside and out. She's worked with people that have got tons of deals, tons of their first deals, and she is here to help you guys get deals. So those are stuff that you guys should join. All you have to do is have a paid subscription to BatchLeads. And then we have really incredible interactive onboarding guides. Really, really cool. And then what's next? Preston.
So when we've thought about how do we make our platform better, one of the common themes we come across is people want to hit the ground running, right? You may be new to this industry, whether it is in real estate investing or as an agent or something in property services, but you're new and you're like, I just need to get my leads and I want to start calling. I want to start sending mailers, whatever it is. You want to get going fast, or you could be more experienced and you just want to integrate or get used to a new platform quickly. So we set out to solve a pretty major hurdle that we see in this industry. One is just knowing where to start. There's so much information out there about where do you possibly start to get your business going, and that can be really overwhelming. Part of that's defining your niche. And then this last one is just developing a process. So if you can go get the leads that you need and then go plug them in to start contacting them in whatever fashion that is, that's something we want to help you do. So we've been working really hard on this for quite a while now to introduce one of our next major features, which is BatchRank, powered by AI. And so BatchRank is really a few click method to find the highest likelihood to sell properties in any market that you're in.
BatchRank is really just revolutionary. It helps you zero in on your most promising leads so you can focus your time on resources where you have the biggest impact. And BatchRank is really a sophisticated machine learning algorithm that's trained on both supervised and unsupervised training on a national data set consisting of 150 million properties and 800 data points.
Basically, it is a game changer because we've been working on machine learning propensity model for a while. These are likely to learning. So we're going to continue to feed it. We're going to continue to monitor, and it's just going to continue to get better to help put the most likely to sell homes in front of you guys to continue to have more success. Your guys' job is to get deals. It could be getting listings, buying rental properties, wholesaling deals, finding that next fix and flip. Like, this is going to be absolutely game changing to make it much simpler. Let us do the hard work with our algorithms and our machine learning to help you guys get more deals. We're super, super pumped about it. Very excited. And Preston, I know we have some more to go over, but this is a big deal, and it just launched today. If you guys sign up, or if you update into the new subscription, you guys are absolutely, yes, this actually, the AI works for off market.
So that's not all. What else do we have in store? We set out to solve some other major hurdles here, right? Hidden costs being in the way of skip tracing primarily, right? You get in, you get your subscription fee, and then you're got to go build the lead list, get the contact information, right? So we started to address that with the skip trace credits. Higher barrier to entry. There's so many people we see who get into this industry, or they switch over to this methodology of pulling these big lists, and you go, I'm spending a lot more money than I thought I would. And then also just time to your first deal. That can create a barrier too. You're like, man, I may need to wait a little longer to get the size of the lead list I need, right? So remember this, we talked about the major enhancements that we have been making. We added the skip trace credits in January. And so over the course of the year, we're like, we don't think that's good enough. We think we can do better, right? And so we're like, let's go back to the drawing board on what we can do here. Now, I just kind of want to reiterate, here's what the plans looked like as of yesterday, right? For $99 a month, you're getting 250 skip trace credits, 10,000 property leads at 9 cents per skip trace beyond those skip trace credits. At $299 a month, you're getting 1,000 skip trace credits and 30,000 property leads, same 9 cent per skip trace. So that was really as of yesterday. Now, if we add into this, our community, right? Our community, so many people are paying for these big communities. We don't charge for it. It's free. Could be $1,000 a year easily. Courses, $500 a year as well. Challenges, $500 a year. We don't charge for any of this kind of stuff, right? And we're about to throw another one at you. If you were skip tracing 10,000 records a month at 9 cents, you'd be spending $10,800 a year on skip tracing. That's a pretty sizable investment. So here's what we're doing. It's free. So introducing today on our new plans, you have all inclusive owner phone numbers and emails.
Let's go.
So what do these new plans look like? Our intro plan is now our growth plan. So that would have been like our personal basic before. Our intro price, if you are skip tracing that amount that's included here, so 10,000 leads now included per month that have the contact information and 20,000 exports. So you're going to find a common theme. All these plans have doubled exports. Nobody else is doing that. So your monthly price is $119 instead of what you would be paying $1,000 a month if you were just skip tracing all those. On a monthly price, if you pay up front on an annual, you're going to save 16%. It comes out to $99 a month. So that's on our growth plan. Going to professional, that starts at $349 a month, and the savings get even huger here, right? You'd be spending $3,500 a month for 35,000 leads a month. That's with all the contact information. You're getting that for $349 a month, 70,000 exports. You're going to save 16% as well, $292. That's what it comes out to when you prepay annually per month. Scale, this is a brand new plan. So we've kind of changed the whole team plan thing. We just have a third tier here. This is
It's for the big boys.
75,000 leads per month. You'd be spending $7,500 a month.
With our old plan, yes. It's
Yes,
crazy.
on the old plan. $749 a month. You're going to save again 16%, about $625 a month Again, that's what it comes out to when you prepay annually up front. So 75,000 leads, 150,000 exports. So double the export limit. But we also said, what else could we do to make this even better? So on growth, you could save 16% by paying up front. What about 40%? $71 a month is what it comes out to when you prepay up front. And then also on scale, also for limited, these are limited time offers, by the way, just I want to reiterate, these prices aren't going to stay at this for the annual paid up front.
This is for this month only.
Awesome. Okay. Now this includes, of course, unlimited storage. So on our old plans, you're limited on storage. You can now bring in as much storage as you want. I will say when you do import records, if you're a completely new user, it does count against your monthly quota. So
because we're enhancing and enriching all your data.
Yeah, we enrich those automatically. So BatchRank, of course, we talked about that. I encourage you guys to go check that out. Of course, all the nationwide listing and property data that you're used to, double export limits on lead quota. I don't want you guys to forget about that because there are certain platforms out there, I won't name them, but they have a lower export limit on their higher plans than what we offer. So, and then of course, robust mailing capabilities. If you are a big dog rising up in the ranks, you want more than 75,000 leads, we have special packages for that. So you can go through our website, the contact form, talk to one of our sales reps. We do have ways to accommodate your business, no matter how big you might think it is. We can help you with that. And then there's two ways to take advantage of this. If you're a new customer, go to batchleads.io today. You can see the pricing page, how the pricing works there, but you can start a free 7-day trial right now. I encourage you to go do that. If you're not using us today, go do that. If you are an existing customer and you want to upgrade, go upgrade from in the app. These are the annual discount codes that you'll need to use if you're going to a higher tier. If you're going from a similar tiers that exists today, then it'll just kind of automatically apply it there. If you have any issues, of course, reach out to support. Mark, the pricing for postcards is all on the side as well. So those have been updated.
Thank you so much for coming, joining us. We really hope this was game-changing news. We really wanted to disrupt and move the needle and make sure that you guys could have more success in your guys' business. And as Preston said, there is that pent up, bubble of like, be ready to go, because I know a lot of people that are getting deals now, but like, I'm excited to see what the market looks like. And hopefully all of you people could have a ton of success in your real estate journeys. Evo, any last words for you?
Yeah. Spread the word, go sign up. These deals are not going to last forever.
Really appreciate everyone joining today.
Amazing. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.